So there are many people that still think that crypto is like gambling, where it's a wild roller coaster ride where you either strike gold or you lose everything you own. And honestly speaking, for many people that's actually not very far from the truth. But if you play it right, you could actually stand to gain a lot. Because when done right, crypto isn't just memes and hype. It's actually becoming a core part of the global financial system. So if you don't know crypto now, you're actually going to be leaving a lot of future money making opportunities off the table. So let's actually get started with the basics. Because what exactly is cryptocurrency anyway? Cryptocurrency is digital money that exists on a decentralized network. Unlike traditional money that's controlled by banks or governments, crypto runs on thousands of computers worldwide. And these computers, they verify every single transaction and record them in groups called blocks. Together, these blocks link together, leading to a blockchain. So this design makes it so that no central authority controls your money, no middlemen take any fees, and in theory, your account actually can't be frozen. Sounds perfect, right? The reality is actually much more complex. The decentralized system still runs on software that's written by people, and because of that, it's going to have bugs and vulnerabilities. These bugs have also caused millions of dollars in losses, sometimes overnight. Hacks and scams still remain frequent, and volatility is very extreme. It's almost like being your own bank, except your own bank is run by a magic 8-ball, and it has the occasional teenage or North Korean hacker messing with it. And cryptocurrency, the early days were a wild ride, because remember the meme coin era? Or the pixelated apes or Doji coin jokes, or to the moon chants and dreams of Lamborghinis flooding social media? Some of them got lucky, they were buying low and riding waves up, but there were also many others who just watched their portfolios crash. That part was the easy part, just dogpiling on whichever hype would pop. And many people are still playing it that way. But in 2025, crypto is maturing. Bitcoin and Ethereum remain at the center, but they're evolving into financial infrastructure, meaning you can do much more than just follow hype and gamble on it right now. It's rather become more of a mix of technology, politics, economics, reshaping money itself. A great example is actually stablecoins, which are digital tokens pegged one-to-one to the US dollar or government-backed assets. And they solve crypto's biggest problems, volatility. If Bitcoin is a roller coaster, then stablecoins are the safety rails. And recently, the US passed the Genius Act, the first law to regulate stablecoins directly. Issuers must now back every token with liquid assets, report monthly, comply with anti-money laundering rules, and publish clear and easy to understand terms with no hidden fine print. So this law isn't just for show, it's designed to bring real stability and protection for consumers. And maybe some of you have been scarred from the past, because in the past, regulators treated crypto like the Wild Wild West. It was dangerous, risky, and unregulated, every man for himself. But again, in 2025, in this year, we've seen movement to believe that that has been changing. Congress already passed 3 major crypto bills in the first half of the year alone. So besides the Genius Act, we have the Clarity Act, which settles the long debate over which regulator, SEC or CFTC, oversees tokens, so that essentially clears up years of uncertainty. The Anti-CBDC Surveillance Act was also passed, aiming to protect your privacy by preventing a government-issued digital dollar from replacing your private money. And now, institutional interest in crypto is also booming. BlackRock itself alone nearly manages $80 billion in crypto assets, exchange-traded funds that make buying crypto more accessible and regulated for everyday investors. Soon, your retirement fund could hold crypto, with the US government planning to allow crypto investments in 401k plans. And that's a huge thing, because it's going to affect this $43 trillion retirement market, signaling crypto's shift from fringe to mainstream. You even have big banks like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, who once opposed crypto, they are now joining in stablecoins and crypto ETFs. On the global stage, Europe rolled out MiCA regulation in late 2024, setting clear rules for asset-linked digital tokens. Meanwhile, Hong Kong also implemented some of the strictest KYC, Know Your Customer, rules for stablecoins this August. likely some of the toughest worldwide. But all that being said, don't mistake this for a sure thing or a get-rich-quick path. Because crypto is still very risky and still very volatile. A lot of people lose money in it and get bankrupted all the time. Bitcoin can jump 20% and then lose 30% before you even finish your morning coffee. Because the crypto market is full of whales, large traders who can move prices like it's their personal game. Scams, pump and dump schemes, and hacks still remain very common. And many people are still holding on for dear life, or hodling as they call it, as prices swing wildly, hoping for a rebound. But that's not really a good strategy. It's not really a strategy at all. It's just hope and a prayer. Because remember that crypto is not magic money. It is a complex, sometimes brutal financial system. But with that being said, why is it still important to understand crypto? Because crypto is changing who controls the money. It's moving from governments and banks to decentralized networks and institutions that embrace this new infrastructure. If you ignore this shift, you risk being left behind. So the question goes from will crypto survive to being will you survive if you don't adapt? So what's next? If you want to succeed in crypto, you need to understand the crossroads where innovation meets regulation. And that is where opportunity is hiding. So in upcoming videos, I'll talk more about how you can spot scams before they drain your wallet, understand why central bank digital currencies, also known as CBDCs, aren't actually your friend or enemy, and identify which cryptos actually have utility and which are just hype. So in closing, crypto isn't easy money or a guaranteed path to riches. It's a mistake to think that way. It's a new kind of financial system, full of risk, complexity, but also opportunity. If you treat it like gambling, you might lose big. And if you stay uneducated about crypto, you also might lose big. But if you educate yourself, stay alert, and play it smart, it could actually change how you think about money and investing forever. So that's about all I have for this video. Subscribe if you want to keep up with the real story, while most others are still chasing memes.